And welcome back to Views from the Sidelines.
Views from the Sidelines.
Let's friggin' go. Let's effing go, as Tom Brady would say. But we're not talking about Tom Brady or football. We're talking about basketball.
We're
talking about playoff basketball.
Playoff basketball.
We're talking
man.
about
It's best time of year.
Let's go.
It's back. It's here.
There's no better time than playoff basketball.
This is the best fourth time of the year.
Really, bro, it is.
Yes, because we get this, we get the draft, and
NHL.
yeah, NHL.
Playoffs.
I think
All we're missing is intramural basketball, bro.
That's true. That's true.
You're right.
Intramural
Defending
football, though.
champs.
Undefeated.
Are you guys undefeated?
Reggie's Bush 2-0.
2-0.
Playoffs coming up this weekend.
is that your guys' team name?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. I do not. Just because I want to know. You probably came up with it. Which one of you? Bro. You know what?
I like that. I like
I
that.
hope you never become a team owner.
This, by the way, this Spurs Blazers game, the Spurs are down 3 with 12 seconds left, and they're inbounding the ball. So this is kind of a big playoff moment here.
This is like the one of the possessions. Yeah, we'll be
before we
giving
start-
live updates of like this game
Watch
as
the game,
well
watch the game.
as well as
Blazers are intentionally fouling.
Okay.
So this is gonna drag out.
This is what's ruining basketball, folks.
this exact thing is what
Devin Vassell up to the line.
Also,
for two.
while we're getting set up, I just want to say, put the camera on me.
You want the camera on you, King?
Oh man.
All right. Let's hear it.
I just want to say it's been a good run. It's been a good run.
Oh yeah.
It's been an amazing year cheering on these Hornets. It started off before the season even started. I said the Hornets were going to win 40 games. Everyone thought I was crazy. I said they're going to be in the playoffs. I was wrong, technically. I was just wrong. I was wrong about that, but I was right about Knippel being a stud. I was right about the Hornets winning 40 games, and it's just been an incredible journey. You know, like we had a great season, LaMelo Ball and I. And just, I'm so glad that we went through that. And thank you to all my loyal fans out there watching the show every week and just
Thank you.
watching the show every week and just riding on the back of my Hornets take and just I'm still gonna keep talking about the Hornets. I am a Hornets fan for life now. So
Wow.
I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you guys.
You know what? Respect. Respect. This is the first image that I could find on Google, by the way. Thank you, Google. But it was a great, crazy take of the year. I think we all deserve to give this man a round of applause because
Thank you.
that almost aged beautifully.
It was incredible take.
Yeah, that take, it takes conviction, man.
Thank you.
And for you to go out there
Thank you.
with
I
no
appreciate
available evidence and to put the Hornets in that space was amazing. And, 44 wins, we would have thought coming into the year that would have been a 4th seed or a 3rd seed even. And so, in a way, you were right. Great prediction.
I mean, really, honestly, just unlucky that the East. We didn't think
better
that
than
the
we thought.
Celtics. We didn't
Yeah.
think the Pistons were going to be this good.
The
We didn't
lights-
think the Celtics
lights-
were going to be good.
I mean, to
We're
quote a
brighter than
Cavalier,
expected.
Yeah, they were brighter than expected.
Yeah, the East was just competitive, and but I'm excited that the Hornets have a bright future.
Bright.
They do
Bright
have a
future.
bright
Bright
future, bro.
future.
Like
Right.
I'm saying right now, next year there's gonna be disgusting conversations about Knippel. Like disgusting conversations about Brandon Miller. Like we're
I mean, we'll see who they draft. They
Yeah.
don't
They-
need another
Definitely
guard,
front
obviously.
court.
No,
You gotta go
absolutely.
front court.
They could
They could jump too. Like
they could
I want them to
trading
move
maybe
up.
LaMelo Ball.
I want them to
they
move up.
could, and I wouldn't be mad at it because I don't think that they need LaMelo Ball.
I think you could too, but we'll see what happens.
Wow, the Blazers.
You know who else might not need their services anymore? The Golden State Warriors. And chat, is it over? Is it over? That picture happened earlier at the end of their playing game, and against the Suns, where they took an L to Willem Brooks, and it seems like next year, Draymond Green and Steph Curry, their contracts are confirmed for 2027, but someone that's not got their name on the books is Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr. It doesn't seem to be on the Warriors' payroll for next season, which means that he potentially might be the coach. And it even seems like Draymond Green doesn't think that. He said that I would like to have him as a coach next year, but the way that it feels right now, probably not. And I mean, you should take this. This floor is for you, man. So I want you to just give your thoughts on if Steve Kerr's era in Golden State is over.
You know, I mean, what a run, to be honest. I think he's going to go down right now as a top 10 head coach, but
A lot of these today.
I couldn't imagine this, to be honest with you. I thought that he would retire at the same time as Steph and Draymond. I think they have 1 to 2 years left. I know Steph did say he has multiple years going, but I thought they would just let him ride it out because it's hard to reset a franchise in this type of way. You know, he's been on the team for, I think this was his 11th or 12th season.
If he started in 2015, then yeah.
And so, what a run by him, but I think this was an early departure. I didn't think this team was really going anywhere this year, so I wouldn't really blame him for their loss, but like I said, it's honestly quite a shocking move. I thought you'd reset the franchise when the stars leave and then you get rid of the coach, but to get rid of the coach before the stars are gone and to try and make something before they retire, I think it's the wrong decision, to be honest. I think it might be in the best interest for the team for the future, but I think right now, I think this just, it sucks.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, honestly, I would tend to agree. Just because if you're the Warriors, you have to understand Steph is your team.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are Steph. And personally, I think Steve Kerr is Steph's coach. Like, that's his coach, man. That
He
is
his coach.
Sorry to butt in really quick.
Go ahead. Hit us with the
The Blazers
score
did
update.
just beat the Spurs in Game 2.
No way.
No Wemby.
Wow.
for the Spurs in this
Wemby
one.
out after 12
It's-
minutes.
It's really a question.
Wait, that
the
must have
series really
been-
comes down to how long is Wemby out for with this concussion.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna be,
What
we're gonna
kind
be
of
waiting
run-
till tomorrow morning.
What
to hear
run did
about
this?
this.
Did the Blazers go on
They
in that
took a
fourth
lead.
quarter?
They took a lead pretty late. Yeah, they took it. I think it was something like 10.
They were down 9 with 4.5 minutes left.
Wow.
And
By 3
They
points.
were down 101 to 92, and so they ended up going on a. What did they end with?
It was 104
So they went on a
to 101,
They went on a 14-2 run.
something like
Wow.
that. It was.
and Scoot Henderson led the helm.
Devin Vassell missed. Honestly, it was a close shot. It just missed a fader from the corner to tie it up at the end. Missed it, rimmed out. But
Listen, this doesn't unless Wemby is out for the foreseeable future, which it's still a TBD on that.
Yeah.
Did we say that he's out?
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
live. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if he is seriously injured, like he can't play because he's literally got like a concussion. Like then yeah, that changes everything.
yeah, it really does. But,
especially
if,
my tree.
But if I'd say like if he makes it back by before the end of this series, I'm not too worried about the Spurs. I think they'll still take at least 1 or 2 of the games without Wemby if he misses 3. But you're kind of on the bright side. You're looking at an injury like a concussion, and it's not something that if he does return, he's going to feel like super like all the time. Like not like an ankle. It's not like a knee. It's something where once he's back, he's pretty much full strength. And so that's kind of the bright side you have to look at if you're a Spurs fan. And if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm just refreshing Twitter and
seriously,
earliest update I can
refreshing
find.
Twitter and Insta and just seeing what Shams is going to say.
Yeah.
He's going to have a busy job just checking into those practice facilities with Luka and Reeves. And I mean, I would argue KD to a certain point because I don't even know if KD's going to be 100% for this game that he's about to play in right now. But now with Wemby too, I mean, it would have been any better time than never. Better late than never. But congratulations to Victor Wembanyama for being the first ever unanimous DPOY. In the
First of
league
many,
history.
first of many.
First of many, and I'm
real.
still, and I'm
Here comes
still,
the run.
I'm still standing on my 10 toes about this. This man will literally win 10 Defensive Player of the Years in his career.
That's not crazy.
This is his award to lose for forever.
Did you say in a row, or did you
I
say
said in a
at
row.
the beginning of the
I
year?
said it in the beginning of the year that he's going to
Yeah,
win
I mean,
10
if he's
straight.
healthy-
that really depends on the
And
65
and
games.
he's
it
healthy,
depends
I would
on that
expect
rule,
that.
yeah. But I think that like this is the start. This is the start, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I can't because defensive player of the year we know doesn't have the voter fatigue that MVP does.
yeah.
And you know,
Clearly.
if he's playing, unless some demigod spawns in, like there's
Like, who's better than him?
there's nobody that can
DJ
play the
Edgecombe.
defense
I
like
mean,
he can.
the two other candidates this year were Chet, good defender, about same size as Wemby, but not even close to the
It's-
same presence. And
no,
then
no.
Asar Thompson, great wing defender, great perimeter defender, but not even
mean, it's not like
close
Wemby
to the
wrecks
level
the game.
of Wemby. And it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
he's breaking the game.
he
Yeah.
single-handedly just carries a top defense.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put four
Four
Lukas
scrubs around him,
Four
yeah.
Lukas around Victor Wembanyama, and that's a plus defense.
Yeah.
Like the way that he deters rim, you know, his rim presence deters shot attempts. Like
His rim
it's
presence.
unmatched.
Like, people won't even drive into him.
the Spurs
I-
this year historically rank, I'm pretty sure, in the top 3 of like opponents taking shots within 2 feet of the basket. It was insane.
I'm sure because
it was
it's-
down almost 30 to 40% than the average for other teams.
I don't know how you're gonna stop.
No, and I
like,
really think if there's a way Wemby doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, it's because we've already seen it this year. His block numbers are going to plummet, not because he's like any worse of a rim protector, but because nobody
are
wants
gonna-
to.
yeah,
nobody
nobody's
wants to
That's
try
true.
him in vicinity.
And at that point, me personally, I've never been a believer that, you know, if you get a lot of blocks, like
no,
that
and
just makes
he'd
you a great
obviously still be
defender.
the best
Like,
defender. You just hope that the voters
Yeah.
will see that.
yeah, like I mean, he's still able to move his feet really well. Like, and I think that just the fear that he's gonna give like a lot of offensive players, like it's raps. It's raps for.
And
that.
you know, I think there's something to be said after this Spurs loss. Is Wemby the MVP? Because look at how, like, the Spurs, they're losing to the Blazers the second he's gone.
I know.
I would
How
say
valuable is he to this team?
you can make the same argument how people are saying, oh, if you take Shea off of the Thunder, they still do well, but he's still regardless the MVP. You can apply that exact same logic with Wemby because he is still, no matter what kind of team that he has, like his offensive and defensive presence means so much.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, there's an argument to support Wemby after this basketball game because he's gone and the Spurs lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he.
They
I mean,
lost
and
with
the numbers prove it. All year he's had the highest on-off numbers, the best on-off numbers in the league. When he's on the floor, the Spurs are better, typically better than the Thunder. When he's off the floor, they are just not a great team at all. They're league average without him on the floor, which is not bad as a team. Like without your star player on the floor, being league average is still
It's
pretty good.
acceptable.
Like that's that's not like prime Jokic on the Nuggets level.
Yeah.
But his on-off numbers have been ridiculous, and this game really proves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, what else can we talk about besides the
Lakers tipping
insane?
off.
I would say first weekend of the playoffs. I mean, if we had all just put on our crazy adjuster hats for just a moment. What was a crazy first reaction? By the way, first points on the board goes to Jabari Smith for a 3 on the Rockets against the Lakers. Shout out Jabari. Hopefully you make Kevin proud tonight.
I'll start it off.
But-
Overreaction.
Oh, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's playing.
Everybody give their first overreaction to maybe a game 1 or game 2.
So I think the best overreaction you can have is that the Pistons are just not good. I mean, their offense was horrendous against the AC Magic, and while you might say the Magic are looking the best they have all year, there's still probably a 5th seed equivalent. And
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham had 40
He had
points.
40.
And
He had 40. On good efficiency.
what
On good
we talked
efficiency.
about-
I mean, that's the best you're going to get out of Cade.
What we talked about last week and this whole season is that this team's offense is going to be determined by Cade. And so you would think when he leads you with 40 points that you're going to get a solid win. But you lose by 15 and you were getting dominated the entire night. Like,
Especially-
where's Jalen Duren here?
Especially
He
because
definitely disappeared.
He completely
yes.
disappeared. And so I think this raises questions. Dash and I had questions about the Pistons in the second round. But we're already seeing questions in game 1. This is really concerning of a start. And you expect them to bounce back tomorrow night. They probably will. But at the same time, this feeling is going to linger in the back of your mind. Like, when are they going to collapse? And I think we saw that in game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Go ahead. I don't know.
there's a few things that were really telling. I think the first one that Liam mentioned and we talked about a little bit is, that was an elite Cade Cunningham
Oh,
performance.
yeah.
It was elite. It was
was
vintage.
so
He was great, and I'm glad that
it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
And that's so concerning.
Did the Magic tank a game to play this Pistons team because they are that inexperienced? Maybe, but it's kind of strange because they also lack inexperience. Maybe they did make the playoffs last year, but they didn't really amount to much.
Yeah.
It was the NBA TV series with you in Cleveland,
Yeah.
or with them in Cleveland.
But another thing that I thought was interesting was just how Asar Thompson was unplayable. Asar Thompson, they played Dennis Jenkins over him for the vast majority of that second half. And Jenkins is a great story going from like playing. I think it was like he played like single digit minutes last year.
Yeah.
To being one of a good sixth man, but he's just not like someone that you want to be heavily reliant on. But he's the second best creator on this roster.
I was like, what?
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
The fact that Jenkins is your second best creator on the roster is a problem.
No, it is a problem.
And I think all of these problems are even more relevant considering, I know me and Dash were talking about this on our last episode, but we're talking about how the Hornets, if they were in this 8 seed, might be a bad matchup for the Pistons considering their differing play styles, the Hornets being a very up-tempo team and the Pistons wanting to be physical. Here, we have a team in the Magic that you would think the Pistons match up very well against, right? The Magic, they're the number one in drives, they're number one in attacking.
You think that Asar Thompson would be able to put a pretty good body on Paolo?
Exactly. Like you would think this tough Magic team that wants to drive to the basket is exactly the kind of team that the Pistons want to play because they're playing their own game.
Yeah.
And yet all of these problems still persist.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about how I thought the Magic were going to get crushed by the Pistons because the Magic are, a worse version of the Pistons is what I said, but they have more creation.
Yeah.
They really do. I mean, with Bane, Paolo, Franz, Jalen Suggs, that's 4 guys who can at least somewhat create their own shot.
Yeah.
The Pistons have one.
Yeah, I mean, as far as overreactions go, I'ma say I think it's definitely fair to make that overreaction about the Pistons.
Yeah.
Just if we're gonna just do it for the sake of it. I'll say this real quick just to counter anything, even though the whole bit is about overreactions. I do think that this series is going to be about who regresses and who doesn't, and within each game. I think that the Pistons can't regress from this performance. I don't think they can get any worse than what just happened. I don't think that JD can have any worse of a game. I don't think that Tobias Harris can have much worse of a game either. I think Cade is going to stay relatively the same. Maybe not put up 40, but I think that they are going to either stay the same or rise. And I think that the Magic, if anything, they can't sustain what the kind of game that they.
Yeah, I mean that's what you'd expect from an 8th seed on a 1 seed in a game like this. Is you expect the Magic to get worse and you expect the Pistons to get better, but honestly, time will tell with that.
Time will tell.
You just honestly don't know. I think this is probably going to be Cade's best game of the series, and so what you really need to see in these next 3 games in a row, I would say for the Pistons, is you need to see consistency from
That's
the
where it
beginning
starts.
of your bench, from your 6th and 7th man, and you need to see it from Jalen Durden. He was an all-star this year.
For sure.
No, I mean, he's going to be all
You
NBA.
have to see him score more. You have to see him have more of a presence under the basket. He was just
minus 21.
He was invisible in that game. Minus 21. That is completely awful, and just he disappeared that entire game.
No, he's got some eyes on him for sure. Someone that I don't feel like really has eyes on them, but I think we got to shine light in this because they're the only undefeated team. Your Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Overreactions would be that are the Cavs finals bound? After
I would say
dominant
so,
that they're gonna
based on my calc.
I mean, of course he's gonna say that.
like
you know,
$500 on the line.
for the sake of his $20 being left in his wallet.
Yeah.
But are the Cavs? Do you guys believe in a finals path after
Yes.
after this?
I don't know, Tony.
always did.
How was Harden looking in those games?
I didn't say that Harden was gonna do atrociously bad in this first round series. I think
Wait,
that
you
had,
look, he did. You were
five
like, he's a
games, 6
choker.
games. Yeah, I said it could be less than that. Listen, this Cavs team is playing the most unproven opponent in this postseason.
The Magic are more
Most
unproven.
unproven. No, because I would
I mean,
argue
the Raptors.
Magic is even
That's
more
not
proven.
crazy.
The
The Raptors.
Raptors-
You can say the Raptors are the most.
I
They are
would say they're the
definitely
most
the most
unproven,
unproven.
but I still would think they would beat the Magic.
Listen, I have no
They have a
issues.
top 5 defense.
But the thing is just, man, the Cavs just
They look
They look
really good.
They look good.
I mean, they're just-
Evan
they
Mobley
never
so
eat
far
much.
hasn't had a atrocious game. He put up 17 and 25.
Harden?
No, Mobley.
Oh, Mobley. Yeah, Mobley's look great.
Yeah, Mobley has
he's looked
25.
great.
He missed two
I-
shots.
I
Yeah, he
think
missed two
He missed
shots.
2 shots. the
I
whole
think
game.
that this first round matchup, it's a great, easy matchup for you guys. I think that, you guys should be able to handle business. But I'm not worried about this first round. I'm worried about what the second round will look like. And even if you guys
Second round shouldn't be a worry.
it
We just talked
shouldn't.
about
It
the
shouldn't be.
Pistons.
It shouldn't be. But let me just remind you, the man that's taking you guys to that promised land, Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
has not made it past the second round in his career.
But name one time where that's been Donovan Mitchell's fault.
Never.
I would say
I
never.
would say definitely against Indiana.
I would not ever say that.
His team was
Why
his team
Darius
was so
Garland
injured.
gone. Evan Mobley gone, injured. He himself was battling injury throughout that series.
Okay.
And
What about
that entire roster was gutted by injury. The Pacers
We're playing the best
played
basketball
the best
ever.
basketball in the East.
Yeah.
They
I
went
understand.
out and they beat the Knicks. They
I mean,
beat us.
they
Like,
almost
They were hot.
took
They
the
were
Timberwolves
so red
Nuggets.
hot.
They
They were
were
red hot.
almost
Okay,
they
okay.
were a
All
really
right.
good team.
All right. What about the year prior when you guys played the Knicks?
Donovan Mitchell was great.
But you guys
Jared
lost
Allen
in
was
5
terrible.
games.
Darius Garland was awful. Evan Mobley was awful. I mean,
Right.
I that's just there's no world where any of that falls on Donovan Mitchell. He's been his whole career a playoff riser. He's broke the record.
hasn't
right?
made it past the second round?
But
yes,
he's
but
been a playoff riser.
He
It's
has.
not on him.
He's
They showed a
never had
graphic.
great rosters. He's never had rosters that really deserved to go to the conference finals outside of I think last year where the team was gutted.
I think
by injury.
I think that he had that expectation, or at least like that pressure on him when he was the first seed.
I was just
but
gonna say,
that-
I think that is the only. Are you talking about the Jazz first?
The
seed?
Jazz first
I think that
seed,
is the
yeah.
only year you could pin on him. Not, they had a 20-point lead and he disappeared in the second half of that game against the Clippers, and they shouldn't have been down 3-2, especially after Kawhi went out. I agree with you there. That series you can blame on him. I don't know the rest
Or
of
even
it.
the year prior.
When he was a rookie, he carried his team.
The
to
2020 run. I mean,
You mean when he had 50 in
carried.
2 games in the series?
he had 50, but it was just
Carried.
that last shot, man.
Oh my!
that was
last shot, man.
He didn't take the last shot.
He did take last.
No,
shot.
Mike Conley took the last shot.
Oh yeah, you're right. He was open,
And then he cried, like he
and
cried on the
was
floor.
upset.
But
And that was a tough moment.
It's
That was a tough
very
moment.
unfortunate. I mean, you could say like Luka's been to an NBA Finals, obviously, but he's had some unfortunate years where it's not on him. He's
yeah,
one of the
I mean,
when
Mitchell's
we think of
just
Luka, we think of a playoff.
Mitchell.
Donovan
He
Mitchell
just broke the
averages
record for most
29.
game ones in a row
I
with
know,
30.
I know, but
he averages 30.
I just don't want
He's-
us to move the goalposts at all for just because Donovan Mitchell might have had some bad injury luck with his teammates.
Yeah, but I'm saying you can absolutely still call him a playoff riser, can you not? He's played better in the playoffs his whole career than he has in the regular season.
He's
That's the
eighth
definition
all-time
of a
in
playoff.
points per game.
Yeah.
I think that's relevant to maybe his numbers in the first round and the second round, but we haven't seen that
But that's still
legit
important.
sample
I think
size.
the Cavs have never had an easier road to the conference finals.
No, absolutely not. The
And
first year
genuinely,
having
the only team right now that could beat them is
I mean,
the Celtics.
before we thought
Yes.
that the Pacers were the team that they were, I would say the Cavs were favored in like that bracket. You guys
Yeah, I mean,
played.
Well,
they,
of course
they should have
they
been,
were.
but
They
then,
were
but then,
65
the,
wins.
But so were the
Pacers,
Knicks.
The Pacers,
No one thought the Pacers were gonna-
No one
yeah,
thought
no
the
one thought
Pacers,
the Pacers
was
were
going to
gonna-
beat the Knicks, and then the Pacers did because they honestly did.
They were
played
super good.
They played the second best basketball in the entire postseason last year.
It's not
They're
like they
very great.
lost.
I'd
to a
argue
team
even
that was,
better
It was
than
not
the
like they
Thunder.
lost to a team that was worse than them, obviously record-wise, but it's not like the Pacers went on the next round and got obliterated by the Knicks.
No, they just
they
kept
handled the Knicks
going.
in 6, and then if Tyrese doesn't go down, we're talking
We
about
don't
a
even
potential
know.
NBA championship
And-
there.
and-
So
and-
you cannot blame the Cavs for
and
losing.
it's just
to-
an
but
unhealthy-
in
super
order
unhealthy
for you to
Cavs.
be the best, you have to beat the best.
Yeah. And
Of
and I
course.
believe that's a great series if we're healthy. We weren't, and that still like haunts me. I'm
sure.
terrified of injury. I saw Donovan Mitchell get hit in the face. He was down like holding his face in the first game, and I was just like, oh no, like here we go again. Like I'm terrified that we can't have a healthy postseason run. But if we do, this is the year to go to the finals. And I would agree that if there's no at least conference finals run this year, huge disappointment.
I think you
And-
have to put it on Donovan Mitchell at that point. I think
I
that
think it depends on- really
I
depends
think we
on the
all
games.
we all agree it. We
It
can all
depends on
agree,
the
right, that
context.
we like Donovan Mitchell as a person.
Oh, he's
he's
great.
He's a
Except
good
Edward.
guy. I mean,
Edward hates
you certainly don't like certain players.
He's all right. Like he cool. I guess he cool. I guess.
Edward, how about the
Like
I
question's
but
so tough.
but like outside, if we take out like the bias of him, just like we just like Donovan Mitchell, like we do need to hold him to the same standard of like this is the same hurdle that you have failed to get over.
Yes, but it's all contextual. Like if he's averaging 34 in the series and they lose in 6, it's not, you can't blame it on him.
I agree. Like
if
I
he
think it's all
averages
contextual.
23, then of course, like you can't just blame a superstar simply because their team lost.
Then what
I
does he
agree.
need? Then what does he need? Because I think that
He needs
this
to-
is
He needs to play well and win.
because I think that
that's the
he
whole
can't win on your own.
He's been playing well, and
He
I
always
think that
has.
what I'm saying when he has the pressure now of that being the standard, he has help now. James
does.
Harden should be that help, and if
argue
so
should Mobley.
You could argue
And-
this is the best help he's had in an entire playoff.
you could.
This is the
And
best
that's
help
why
he's
I'm
had in his
saying
whole career,
this,
for sure.
This postseason matters a lot.
It does, but I'm saying that a roster doesn't necessarily. Last year, the roster was great. Donovan Mitchell had no help because whether they were injured or playing awfully, like Darius Garland, when he was on the floor, which he was battling through some crazy stuff because he didn't even play the whole
for
basically
sure.
first half of the
But
year.
he was definitely the
He
best
was-
player on both teams.
Yeah.
Donovan
but,
Mitchell, no matter what,
but
he's
he
still
had,
most likely the
but
best player on the floor.
He just had nobody was. If they were healthy, they weren't playing well, and if they were playing well, they got injured, and so he yes, his team was good last year. They were the 1 seed for a reason. They were a great team, but in the postseason he had no help. If you watch the games, he has no help, and so I think it is like Liam said. It's all contextual. Like if I can't blame him if he goes out and we play the Pistons and he averages 45 a game. Obviously, if you lose that series, it's just not on him. It can't be.
I mean, I don't agree. I think that he every player that is supposed to be your franchise guy, you invest in him for a reason. And I
have to go-
understand.
to
that
go put
the
up-
Do you blame
playoff
KD
numbers,
for the Nets losing to the Bucks in 2021?
he gets a lot of the blame actually, and that's what I'm saying is that no matter what, you are.
I blame Joe Harris for that.
You always. I do too. I blame Joe.
That
I
was-
blame Bruce.
honestly, that was all
Yeah,
Joe
and then
Harris.
last year I blamed
but-
Darius Garland and Evan Mobley.
But
Like,
at the
it wasn't true.
end of the day, if we're really kidding anybody, it is these star players that are held to that standard. And I think that we need to keep it fair for every single player that is on that level needs to be.
Yeah, but
and
I think you keep it
hold
fair.
them, I do hold them all equally. I believe that if a star player loses in the playoffs and they played great, they get no blame from me. And if they play terrible and they lose, they don't get blame from me.
You keep it fair by evaluating their performance and not the outcome. Obviously, the outcome is a huge.
I feel like that's not been totally accurate as far as on this show,
here
but
comes
you know,
the
it's
KD.
fine, it's fine, it's
Here
fine,
comes
it's
the
fine.
KD glaze.
We'll move on. We'll move on to another series that I think we can get our overreactions about. I mean, Celtics Sixers. We thought after game 1, man, Celtics they sweeping them. Could be a gentleman's sweep still. Doesn't matter. But the series is officially split. And split in the most random way. How do you go from winning like that in game 1 and then in game 2, VJ Edgecombe, a rookie that is starting in the playoffs, puts up 30 points, puts up 12 for 20 and 6 from 10 from 3.
I mean,
And 10 rebounds.
This just like that.
This game was
He
on.
just like that.
This game was on these Celtics role players. And
I also think it's a
every
classic.
person not named Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Wrong,
I know Tatum
wrong,
only at
wrong.
19.
Wrong.
They were the only 2 players that scored double digits in this
No,
game.
for
Derek
sure, for
White
sure.
and Peyton
But if we look
Pritchard.
at the efficiency of those numbers, they are still to blame.
Not Jalen.
No,
Brown.
it was fine.
Not
Jalen
just-
Brown was fine,
Tatum
but
did not
but,
have
but
that bad
Tatum,
of shooting.
Yeah,
But
it was just
Tatum-
8 for 19. Like that's
That's
fine.
not
Yeah, that's-
terrible.
it's 42%,
That's average shooting for.
and then he
I
was
mean,
2 for 8 from 3.
Yeah,
He's made
He hasn't been a great 3-point shooter.
I mean that it's a big thing for the Celtics.
It is a big thing
He's been
for
their
the
second.
Celtics.
He was their
The-
second highest scorer.
He was the second highest scorer, but
This
that's
game-
but
this
that's
game is not on Jason
But what I
Tatum
thought
at all.
was what you guys have proclaimed, that Jason Tatum doesn't need to do that. I thought that is what
Yeah.
the role of Derek White
exactly,
and-
and that's why I'm
that's why
blaming
I
them.
said
yeah.
That's why I'm blaming
the
them.
And what I'm
Celtics
saying-
can't
and what I'm
shoot
saying-
26% from 3 as a team.
No, they can't.
Yeah,
but
that's
who
just
do they
not-
still look to when those guys can't fire?
Jalen Brown.
Tatum. Oh my God.
They're
Brown
looking
at
at Jaylen
36
Brown right now.
It's
He's
like-
their best player.
He took
It's
those shots.
He is their best player, but what I'm saying,
he played
what I'm
great.
saying is that like these role players
Gotta
sometimes-
hit shots.
They gotta hit their shots, but when they
And-
can't,
and they
Jason
miss them,
Tatum
and then
still
they
looked
lose.
at that as one of their key focuses for their offense.
That's fine, but
And-
if
and-
Tatum had another 10 points and hit another 2 threes, they're still going to lose this game because Derek White and Peyton Pritchard could not buy a 3-pointer. Neemias Queta was getting out-rebounded all night, and
But-
Baylor Scheinman couldn't figure out what to do on defense.
It,
That is
well,
the
it's
whole
also
point
it
of
also it
tonight.
also matters when those points happen. Like you have to imagine, like there's certain things like contextually speaking, if you get
Yes,
if you get a
I
10-point
watched-
swing in like
I
the first
watched
quarter,
in the
that's
fourth quarter when they put Tatum in the game, he had a little 5-0 run that put them back within 2-point contention, and then they can't get a stop on defense. Like this game was not. You could say Tatum was not as efficient as he should have been. Absolutely, like he
Yeah,
did not have his best game,
and that's what I'm
But
and that's what
okay,
I'm saying.
but this game
That's
is
what
not
I'm-
on him.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
game
I'm not
is
saying
on
it's
Peyton
I'm
Pritchard
not
and
saying
Derek
it's
White.
on purely Jason Tatum, but I think that the overreactions that we got in game 1 was that Jason Tatum's back. And what I am cautioning to everyone in this room is that what happened today is a reflection that, let's be real, that is not going to happen for every game for Jason Tatum.
I don't think it will.
And that's why I'm just a little cautious.
Yes, I agree, but I just think yes, I don't think Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum had an awesome performance in game 1. Part of that is because that was the most rest he's going to be on for the rest of the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And when you're injured, having that rest is a big deal.
especially for him.
Yeah, and so I don't think you can expect him to do what he did in game 1. But that's what I'm saying is they shouldn't have to. And
don't
if
need him to.
if the Celtics, they're going to go out there and chuck up threes. We've seen that every year for the last 3 years for the Celtics.
They were 13 for 50 in that game.
And
That's
just
they're going to have those.
They're
games.
going to
13
lose.
for 50.
13
They're
for
going to
50.
lose those games.
They're going to come back in game 3 and they're
They're
going
probably
to
gonna
shoot
hit a billion of
45%.
them.
And they're going to blow the Sixers out of the water.
If
And
Joe,
that's-
I mean, yeah, if
this
it-
team is
That's just
going,
the way this team is
but that's-
constructed.
team is going to live and die by the 3-point line.
Yeah.
And they're the two
do you
guys
think
that
that's
they
a good
trust to-
idea though?
I mean, they
But
got us the
I don't.
championship.
It's how they
I know it's the way that they do it,
That's
but
Missoula
but
ball.
That is Missoula
but
ball.
but that is not what a good head coach does.
I
They don't
mean-
live
You
and
can-
die
hey,
by like their script.
you
But
can
they got a championship
It is.
over
It is. It is
They
by.
got a championship with Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, and all the other current stars that they have still on their team. Like I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that like the formula, didn't work, but like now when your team is not as talented, you can't just live and die by that 3.
Well,
I
they
think
they got the second seed this year. They outperformed everyone's expectations by
Playing that
sticking to
style.
Who they are.
Playing that style.
They
But
really.
they didn't change
but
up when times got hard. They stuck to who they are on offense, and they're one of the best teams in the league because of it.
But now they're in a series.
Of course,
Yeah, and
but
I
you
think-
know Joe Mazzulla is going to bounce back. You know the Celtics are going to bounce back. This
I've
game
watched-
sucks, but you know they're going to be better than we saw.
They
the
have
year-
to be. They
the
have
year
to
they
be.
won the championship. They had games like this where you cannot buy a shot, and that's how the NBA rolls. There are some teams that live and die by the 3-point line, and if you're not having a good shooting night, you're just not going to win, and that's the whole reason they lost tonight.
And
they
I would
will
say-
bounce back.
And I would say, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to live and die by a 3-pointer. It truly is the second most efficient shot in basketball. It
Yeah.
really is.
And
And
you're telling me you don't get frustrated if they're doing the same? Like if you're a fan watching on TV, just seeing them like they're still shooting threes and it's like late in the third quarter and you're seeing it's still not working.
because
And in my mind, I'm saying keep shooting them. It's going to go in. It's going to go in. It's going to go in. Yeah. Yeah. In my mind, that's what I'm saying.
I would agree with you if it is another team. Even sometimes the Hornets. I get frustrated watching the Hornets.
Yeah.
But the Celtics is a different animal because we've just seen them do it forever and forever and forever.
That's like telling
they
Steph
can go,
to stop
They can
shooting.
go off. They can just like go off in a quarter. Sometimes it is a quarter, and I hate watching it as a Cavs fan. We'll be up like 15 going into the fourth quarter, and
Yeah.
I just feel awful because I know that the Celtics haven't hit shots all game. Here they come, and then here comes the fourth quarter starting. Peyton Pritchard hits one from 30. Derek
It
White
just
hits
takes-
one from
it just
28.
takes one.
and then it,
It
just
just takes
rolls.
one.
It rolls, and
But-
you can't stop them.
But man, those are the moments when you need, as a head coach, it's not about what is technically the most, what was the word that you used? Efficient shot. It's what's about going to be the smartest shot. It's going to be what's.
and that's
but
what
for
Jaylen-
them,
and that's
that
what-
might be the
And that's
smartest
what
shot.
Jaylen Brown is for. Jaylen Brown is that guy who
He can just get one.
this
for
isn't
you.
working. Give Jaylen Brown the ball, go get a bucket, and he's going to go do it.
You can say the same for Tatum. Obviously, he's not as efficient right now, but
He's not
Tatum
as efficient right
can
now.
score from
He
anywhere.
needs to, I mean, like, Tatum did well in game 1, and if I'm going to go by your guys' standards, sure. He didn't have a terrible game. Still double-digit game. 1 point
Luke
short of
Kennard
20.
is not real.
Luke Kennard.
Is he going off again?
No, I don't know about going off, but I just know he just hit a ridiculous shot.
He has 10 in the first quarter.
Oh, nice.
How many threes does he have?
He's 2 for 3.
Okay, I said,
two for two.
I said if he makes more than 4 threes, I'm gonna have to wear a LeBron jersey on the next show.
You're going to have to wear a LeBron jersey.
So
You might.
So
Luke Kennard is
he
good.
shot a turnaround
Yeah, that's what I'm
three.
saying. That
You know what?
turnaround, like
Let's-
he just shoots ridiculous
What do you
stuff
think he
right
is?
now.
let's actually move on to that series.
Most efficient 3-point shooter of all time. by
Wait,
the way,
can
which is
you get
crazy.
the stream up on your thing and we can live react to the game right now?
That would
that's
be copyright,
that's copyright.
unfortunately.
That's what happens when the NBA comes for you.
Can we start streaming on Kick?
No,
I'm serious.
We
Why
can't-
don't
Yeah, go to Annenberg.
We can't.
Why?
We can't. Because we don't have the channel. We don't have the facets for.
Okay, I'll research this. Hey guys, if you want to see us on Kick, go ahead, drop a like and comment down below, man.
Good Lord, Edward.
Only the NBA can allow you
don't got the
and give you the
facilities for
right
that,
to
brother.
live stream games.
Yeah. If we would even, that would mean that we're associating USC with illegal streaming. like,
Let's do it, Annenberg.
yeah.
Take the fine.
Let's actually move on to what's actually happening right now tonight.
Yeah.
Rockets Lakers. So game 1, I think a lot of overreactions would be like Lakers in 5. Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna just take the camera real quick. The game's happening right now, even though the Lakers are up 2 points, 28 to 26.
Dude, if the Lakers win,
I ain't worried.
if the Lakers win
I
this
ain't
game,
worried, man. I almost didn't want KD to play today because of the fact that they took.
Wow,
who is calling you?
my sister.
Oh, wow. What if something happened, bro?
It's her birthday.
Oh,
Oh,
happy
happy,
Yeah.
happy birthday,
birthday,
Dash's
my
sister.
Maya Istafanous.
Yes.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes, happy birthday, Maya
to you.
Estefanis. She gets a shout out. Unfortunately,
She also
can't
gets a
take her
declined
FaceTime at the
call.
moment.
But yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about this series at all.
Should be.
I really shouldn't have to be because the Rockets. We explained this already.
Yo,
before
Los is
pre-production,
courtside.
But
Los is courtside, guys.
if the Rockets didn't have Kevin Durant tonight, which I don't think that they needed to, and I'm a little worried that it's
Oh, Luke Kennard just missed a
It's-
3.
it's a decision that's based off of Kevin because if he's going to play in the playoffs, he's going to play in the playoffs. Like, there's nothing keeping that man away from basketball. Not religion, not a wife, not nothing. Like,
Yeah, as a
like,
smart man said,
there's-
Kevin Durant is low-key a loser. I might have missed a word in that sentence, but we don't know.
He's also got that money, though. He's got his money up. So,
Well, of course. Of course he has his money
I
up.
mean, like, how much of a loser could be if he could buy and sell one of us? So, like, I think that the way that the Rockets played that first game, the Rockets had 21 to 3 offensive rebounds to the Lakers.
Yeah, they shot
And they
36% from the field.
and they shot 30 more shots than the Lakers did. And they only lost by 9 points. Luke Kennard had his playoff career high in that game.
You might not do it
Perfect
tonight.
from 3. And I don't believe that tonight, even though it is a very close game right now, I don't believe that the Rockets would ever have that kind of level of performance if they out-rebound the ball that many times offensively and shoot that poorly again. Now, it could work against my favor because this is the exact same thing that they got Kevin Durant for, to put up efficient shots when they can't put up shots. But I don't believe that if you're getting 21 offensive rebounds to their 3 and putting up almost 30 more shots, at least 15 more are going in the second time around.
Yeah, and that's I agree and disagree with you at the same time. So I agree that
LeBron
winning that battle, winning that rebound battle, the shot battle by 30 is a good sign
Impressive,
for your
yeah.
team, right? The problem is
They lost.
winning that battle by 30 is
And
not
still
something that's going to
losing.
happen. That's not sustainable. And they lost. And that's a game that they should never lose. When you get 30 more shots than your opponent, and you don't want to waste games in the playoffs. You wasted a Tari Easton masterclass and a 30 shot advantage over the
16
Lakers.
points.
a 30-shot advantage over the Lakers, and you're not going to get 30-shot advantage. And it did speak a little bit to that Lakers defense. You know, there's
Most credit that I can give to, I think, on this Lakers team is DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton looked good.
DeAndre Ayton did fantastic. I think he had a perfect game that he did everything that he needed to do. And do I think that he's going to do that for the rest of the series? How many points does he have right now? Let's see. He has 0.
Yeah. No, and you know what? So DeAndre Ayton, this is the time for DeAndre Ayton to shine because this is sort of the role that DeAndre Ayton is as a guy. You know, he's meant to be kind of a creator and a scorer in the post, and the Lakers don't ask him to do that when they have Luka and A. Reeves and LeBron, and that was obviously, they want me to be Clint Capella. That was a whole drama. And you know, obviously it's a bad look on Ayton. You should, play the role that you're told to play. But at the same time, I think that speaks to how poorly constructed the roster is. Yeah. You can't just go out and get a guy because he's talented. You go out and get a guy because he fits with your team. Yeah. And you can't just go out and get a guy and ask him to do something completely different and something that he's not, comfortable doing.
I disagree.
And that's what
they would have been better off with Clint Capella.
They would have.
Well, anybody would be. But that's the thing where he is, let's remind everybody, he was the first overall pick. He was the first overall pick in the Luka draft.
Yes.
And he's been saying for like you just said, I ain't no Clint Capella. And he's been criticized and moved to different teams because of his ego and how he thinks that he is better than what everybody thinks he is and that he doesn't need to be placed a limiter or an inhibitor on him. Let him do him and he will do that for you. This is your chance. And I think that, if anything, he should have all the pride and all of the let up on the leash, I would say, for him to go off in this series. Because if you really are that guy that you say that you are dominating, then show us.
No, I completely agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is his time to shine because if they come back in this postseason, he has to go back to the Clint Capella role. But I'm just saying, them bringing him in to play that role was a mistake. They shouldn't. You don't go out and get a guy to play a role that he's never played and he's outwardly uncomfortable with playing. Mm-hmm. You go out and get a guy that fits the role that you need.
Yeah, and this is his time to show that he can play a different role and help play winning basketball.
Yeah, this is his time to show that, okay, if I don't want to be Clint Capella, here's my chance to be dominating. Mm-hmm. And, he's obviously not doing that so far tonight. I think he did do a pretty good job of that in game 1. So it's really, Ayton's an X factor here for the Lakers until Luka and A. Reeves come back.
Yeah, and I think a big thing we're just not mentioning in game 1 is obviously there was that 30-shot advantage for the Rockets, but they still shot 37%, and to give credit to the Lakers defense, they did a great job on that. And the Lakers went,
I'll give credit to Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
And that little skinny boy did his thing against Şengün.
Yeah, totally.
Shout out Bronny, too. He's a dog.
Big Bronny
Shout out Bronny for getting cardio.
Yo, shout out Big Bronny, for the Big Bronny clamp. And he had a lot of almost assists.
He did have some.
Almost.
He did also almost have a block.
Has he yet recorded a stat?
He has a lot of great
almost stats.
Inbound passes. He's really good.
So a lot of Tony Snell.
He gets hockey assists.
Comps is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
But the Lakers went right back. They shot 60% from the field and 52% from 3. That's
what I'm saying.
They had a good game.
And the Lakers, I mean.
So I think
if Luke Kennard is that guy, man, I just gotta concede because I can't see this man. He's what is he? Perfect still?
No, he missed a 3.
He did miss a 3. He missed he's shooting 66%, and I don't know this stat as a team, but I mean the Lakers are still having a really good shooting night. Together, Luke, oh my God, Marcus Smart is 3 of 4 from 3.
Yeah.
So the Lakers have made 5 threes in the first quarter. I mean,
yeah, they're clearly the basketball gods. It's letting it rain.
I'm sure it's gonna calm down, but if I were you right now, I would be a little scared. I mean, we could say that they're not gonna shoot that well again, but right now,
if
they are shooting that well still.
And I think if that's gonna happen,
if the Lakers shoot their way out into this series, as the Rockets, I don't know what you're supposed to do because the Rockets. Their advantage is supposed to be their athleticism and their defense against this Lakers team. And without that, if you can't stop the Lakers from scoring, I don't think you can reciprocate that on your end, on your offense. I mean, KD can do all he wants, but we saw in game 1, Amen Thompson, was a no-show.
Braun just hit a pull-up.
Bad half.
Shengun could not do
They
anything.
they
And so
they
this
need
team,
to really. Ime needs to be in his bag.
Yeah, this team is stalling on the offensive
Did
end
you see
right
that
now.
Braun pull up, by the way?
Yeah, I just saw the laugh you.
Yeah. Bro, I think
10-point
just
game now.
As a basketball fan and as a LeBron fan,
Oh, good lord.
you know, watching him work in that first game was fun.
The
I mean,
goat. Those little baseline fades?
the elbow
What?
touches,
Like, hello?
the playmaking from the elbow, and then you know, obviously, if he's gonna hit the post fades,
It's gonna hit the right shoulder bump fade. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
he's not even a right shoulder bump fade
he's
guy.
not even a right shoulder bump fade kind of guy, but,
But you
but if
can.
he's hitting
Like,
them,
what are you gonna do?
but no, the left hand hook shot, like he really is like
A maestro.
a maestro on the court, and you watch him. You know, we expected it's LeBron's last time to try to put a team on his back. It's
Lakers
fun to
on
watch
a
him.
12-0 run in the last 2 minutes.
It's fun to watch him do it in a way he's never done it before.
Yeah.
He's not doing it by turning back the clock and being athletic and whatever. He's doing it by being smarter than everyone else
Yeah.
on the court.
You know what's
and
very
it's been
s-
super cool to watch.
Incredible.
You know what's a very
The
sad
Lakers,
thought?
LeBron just made another three.
Yeah, I see. It's 39-26.
I would
Yeah,
be
we're
worried if I
behind
were
Oh
on our,
my
on our
goodness,
Temu streaming.
LeBron. What do you mean? This is legal streaming from NBC and the NBA.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Me as well.
So what's a terrifying thought, gentlemen, is well, maybe to Dash. So LeBron has made it very clear that he doesn't really care about a retirement tour. So depending on how that series goes, this could be the last time that we see playoff LeBron basketball.
I just don't think it's the end. He could say he doesn't want a tour.
He wants a tour. Come on. He's Braun.
Everyone wants a tour. I despise LeBron James. I want a tour. You know, this is the greatest basketball player of all time. You want him to have a good goodbye. Even if it means no more playoff basketball, you want to know he's leaving. You don't want to watch him lose in a game 6 in early May, and that's it. You know, it sucks.
And you
would
know where
rather-
he's
you'd
going?
rather know he's not going back to Cleveland. He's not going back to
Oh
Cleveland.
my god.
He's not going back to
He's not
Cleveland.
gonna save
Bro, he should go to the
He can't
Seattle
save you
Supersonics.
He's
bro.
coming home on a vet minimum.
If he comes
And-
over at minimum, I'll be
And
so.
oh my goodness, we're winning a finals. It's gonna be cinema. It's gonna be the perfect end to his career.
That's
It's
the
going in-
writers, bro.
It's going in the documentary.
I'm sure
he's adding episodes to his documentary each time they beat the Rockets. Right now, by the way, like every time they beat the
And I
Rockets
took
in
it
this
personal.
series, new like segment on the documentary.
I'm
like,
sure
oh,
he will retire a Cavalier, but it will be
Really?
It will be like Carmelo Anthony on the Hawks. It'll be
He's
like
that's
that.
like a day one
yeah,
contract.
I'm sure he will retire. Cav. Cleveland is his home. He is Cleveland. You know, but like I said, he can say all he wants
This is
about
for
it. He
you.
doesn't want a retirement tour, but this is not the end for LeBron James.
can't be. He's coming home. He has to play one more year at home, man. Yeah,
Hey, and
bro.
then what if Curry signs there on a vet minimum?
Curry, no.
What if KD signs there on a vet minimum?
What if they trio up?
Katie's on the
Yeah,
contract.
on the
if-
Warriors.
What if they just trio up on like the Kings?
That's
Just-
what I'm saying.
just
They
for
should all go to
fun.
the Seattle Supersonics.
Shout
bro.
out, Kings legend Sean Zamanovich.
I really think that the only chance that LeBron James has of maybe having like a incredible retirement tour is if the Lakers manage to like go crazy and pass round 1, inevitably like doing something like beating the Thunder in round 2. I think that it would be the only motivation for him to, one, stay on a team like the Lakers, or if the Cavaliers went to the finals. If the Cavaliers went to the finals, then LeBron James would be like, all right. You know, it's like exactly what happened when he saw that Kyrie was going off. You know, he was just like, hey, K-Love, you know, I got something for us in Cleveland, you know. We'll do it up again. That's the only, like, universe that I can expect that to happen. Other than that, I think that this could be.
I just
think
have
this
one,
could be the last time. that
one
we see
correction for you. It's not
What?
if the Cavaliers make the finals. It's when.
it, dude.
It's when.
They're not making.
They're
the
making
finals.
it.
They're
Yo.
not making it.
They're making it, baby. Kalshi, let's go.
No,
They should have the second best odds out of every team.
the Lakers.
The Cavs.
Oh, the
Out of
Cavs.
East. Second best East.
Second
I
best
think they
in
do
the
have the
East,
best second
They
best
do.
odds in the East.
They have right now in Vegas.
Is it
And
Boston number 1?
Yeah, sure,
Boston
and sure.
is still number 1.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
We can talk about the Knicks and how they had their late scratch loss.
Yeah.
That's an overreaction too. Is that was a game they should have won. They had that game in the bag up.
In the Garden.
They were up 9, I think, similar to the Spurs with about 4 minutes left, and they let a quick 11-0 run get
CJ,
them.
man.
CJ McCollum.
CJ was
over.
oh my, he was shaking and
CJ was shaking and baking.
Did that push cross?
I love that he was just like, I'm not a villain. I'm just like a dad with 2 kids.
Yeah.
Like,
And what did he say the night before? He's like circus. He thought he was a circus clown, and
Yeah.
like, I hope I get my 2,500 back. What did he say? He was like,
I don't know.
This dude thought it was the circus, and he started performing.
bro, he's mad that he's not on the CBA board anymore. That's why.
You know, the Knicks, I mean, the NBA broadcast got it wrong. The Knicks did not have a timeout. So that last shot was really the best they could get. You know, I think they would have rather had it be in the hands of Jalen Brunson instead of Mikal Bridges. But just a terrible job by the Knicks in that late game management. I mean, they lived and died by Jalen Brunson. And there were some offensive possessions where they had no idea what they were doing.
Jalen Brunson very much was still going off. And I'd like to shed light on his I would say the way that people talk about his defense.
He's a liability.
And the way that they talk about him being a liability. I heard a stat on broadcast that I did not realize that all throughout the year. He leads the league in charges drawn.
Yeah, but
Like, I think that
that's because
can
every
be-
team's going after him more than
that
anyone
can be,
else.
Yes, that can be why. But when you're the
It's a
number
little
one
impressive.
guy,
It's a
when
little
you're the number
impressive.
one
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
I remember how important those charges Kyle Lowry was getting when during their 2019 playoff
Yeah.
run that were
Kyle Lowry was a charge-taking
like
demon.
he was he was like an O-line. Like
Yeah.
he built like the O-line. Like those types of possessions where you get the ball back, they matter a lot. And I won't say it might always cover up the maybe the poor defense that he has and why he's getting targeted by these offensive players. But if he's able to kind of swing the momentum just by one of those things that doesn't get recorded on the stat line, that's something to consider.
Yeah, I think it is something to consider, but at the same time, I think the biggest difference between him doing it and Kyle Lowry doing it is like Lowry was hounding on defense the whole way, right? And Jalen Brunson is drawing charges.
trying to survive.
Jalen Brunson's drawing charges.
He's
when the offense
sacrificing his
makes-
body.
when the offense makes a mistake.
He's
Like,
pulling the chair out too.
It's a mistake. It's an offensive mistake if you don't score on Jalen Brunson that possession. I would say what I was impressed with.
Now, Jalen Brunson is objectively way worse at defense than Kyle Lowry. Like,
Is it?
that's
Yeah.
not
Wait.
even a question. Yeah.
He's an off.
just-
CJ was targeting him every single
And-
time.
And it's like it's hard.
Who
It
gets
sucks.
targeted more, Jalen Brunson or Luka Doncic?
Jalen Brunson by a lot.
yeah.
They've
Well, it's
done it his
because at
whole
least
career.
Luka is big.
Yeah, like Luka,
I guess.
Like, at
yeah.
least he'll take up some space.
It's frustrating to watch Luka's defense
He's big,
sometimes because
yeah.
like you can at least see like he's strong, he's big.
He just don't care.
He can do it, but he just doesn't. It doesn't look like he's trying.
You don't care at all.
Jalen Brunson's trying, but the man is not 6'2", whatever he's
Yeah,
listed at.
he's like 6 foot. He's like 5'11".
And he's just and
No,
he,
the NBA players all do that.
no-
They all
like-
do that.
like
Kemba
no
Walker,
wingspan.
like how he's
Yeah,
5'11".
he was not like
he's
that.
not laterally quick necessarily. He just doesn't really have the tools to do it. The one thing he did really well in game 1 that he struggled a little more in game 2 with was scramble switching. So when he got switched onto a matchup
no,
that they
yeah,
were
yeah.
hunting, he did a really good job in game 1 of getting off it and getting
He would
OG or
go-
McHale.
yeah, he would go over or under. It didn't
yeah.
matter.
They literally,
But game 2,
almost
he
the
struggled to
entire
scramble
fourth
switch.
quarter, the Hawks would come down and they would run a set to switch Jalen Brunson onto whoever they want to hand in the ball, whether it's Alexander Walker or CJ or even like Jalen Johnson.
Jalen
And
Johnson, any
of
of them.
course, Jalen Johnson is a clear mismatch for Jalen Brunson, but they would come down and not start their possession until Jalen Brunson was the main switch defender.
And we've seen this for years. Just
Well, that's why they're running
ever
that
since
double
it's been
big
on the Knicks.
lineup because of Cat and Robinson.
Yeah, they have to.
Of course,
It's the only
because-
viable defensive
And
lineup.
and we saw.
But I like it,
We saw
low-key.
in game 1.
I like it.
We saw in game 1 the Knicks were very hesitant to put Mitchell Robinson in the game last night, but the Hawks were intentionally fouling Robinson to get him out of the game.
They were
You know?
trying to, yeah. They were trying to nullify his presence, and I get, yeah, the hack a shack thing.
I mean, because it's just that much easier to score on Brunson when he's not in the game.
Yeah. The Knicks, I've seen what the Knicks have started to do is put him in early. Like if you start Mitchell Robinson, at the 12-minute mark in a quarter, you can get yourself to a bonus quick.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you
and
can.
you saw the benefit from that in game one. So it's really a lost opportunity if you're putting Mitchell Robinson in the late quarters. That's where he loses a lot of value. But early quarters, yes, he's going to miss those. You're going to get empty possessions, but you're going to get yourself closer to bonus. And so early quarters is the perfect time to run that double big lineup for the Knicks. And I think they're going to keep on doing that. But it sucks when your only viable defensive lineup includes someone who can't close out a game. He can't be on the floor at the end of games. And that's a problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, if he's getting targeted, it's for a reason, and I mean, they clearly need to figure out a way to get their switches off. I mean, Jalen Brunson's doing the best he can.
Yeah,
but we can't always rely on for Jalen Brunson. He's going to go off offensively for sure, but if you're trading buckets, it's a problem. It's a problem. Let's talk about, before we get back to the Rockets, Lakers, the Minnesota Timberwolves stole a game last night from the
Should
Denver
not have
Nuggets.
won that game. The Nuggets need to close that out. They need to win.
What have I said? What have I said about this Denver Nuggets team this entire season? They had a chance to find the version of themselves to be the team that maybe Edward has winning the championship.
Yep.
But I think they ran out of time. And I think that because every single year, except for in the last 4 years, except for 2023, because they were like third or something like that, they were first in clutch time every single season. But now they were the 27th worst team in the clutch this season, and it's translated to them having a 14-point lead go away. And also having, that was a different game. Of just having between your stars of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic going 2 for 12 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That is something that can't happen. And if we want to talk about defensively, I mean, let's take a look at what Jaden McDaniel said about the opposing defense.
This is a great clip.
He looks like a villain here, by the way. Just like with the hood on and everything.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let me, hold on.
Go out to Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders.
I don't know if that's playing. Is that playing? Yeah, that might be.
I don't hear the sound.
Oh, that's why. There we go.
Use offensively.
Lakers are walking the Rockets.
Go out to Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders, Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team. Like, just go at them.
They're all bad defenders.
Yeah, they're all bad defenders.
So that's just a bad take.
They're all bad defenders. I was willing to listen until he got to Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
I was just like,
We've
bro.
seen this season that the Nuggets have a bottom 8 defense when
Yeah.
he's not on the floor, and when he's on the floor, it's a top 10. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Of course, you don't want to give credit to your opponents when you're in the middle of a series, but to lie, like, there's no reason to make that comment, Jaden. And
I saw in the
I saw on Twitter, Jaden McDaniels looking like a villain in that post-game presser. What is he
really
doing,
is.
man?
But
And all
But
the
to be
comments
fair-
were like, "Oh man, now I really hope the Timberwolves win because it's gonna be a crazy clip."
no, but to be fair, other than Aaron Gordon, he's not wrong.
He's not.
wrong, and that
not.
I will say I am
critiqued for his defense,
yeah.
and it needs to be talked
and
about.
I am less concerned about the Nuggets in clutch time, mostly because we have such a huge sample size of them being good in clutch
Yeah.
time with that 2-man
I think
game.
they'll be
Yeah,
good.
it struggled last night
You
mightily.
will never see Jokic and Murray be that bad again.
No, and I can't imagine Jokic doing this again. Like that's why I'm less concerned about that. But what I am concerned about is just that defense is bad. And you don't see champions with a bad defense. You see them with a great if they're really an elite offense like the Nuggets are, they can get away with an average defense. But when you're bad at defense, you're just not going to
No,
survive.
it's historically been known that if you don't have a top 10 defense, then you can't win the championship.
And the outliers are like the 15th defense, not in the 20s.
Not a bottom 10.
You can't be a bottom 10 defense and win a championship. So they need to figure it out somehow.
Yeah,
but really,
I need to see that
defense.
number 2 defense if I'm confident in my Kalshi bets. So.
That's the thing. It's like, is Aaron Gordon going to lock in not just defensively but offensively as well? Like while he's on the floor, because he didn't have a great game yesterday. For me, this series was Nuggets in 7, and I think it was a lot of it was because of Anthony Edwards and his runner's knee injury that he's dealing with. This is the only series, I think, in my mind. I don't know if it's the same thing with you guys. This is the only, well, maybe not for you. This is the only series that I feel like can actually make me go back on what I said. I think that this series can go to the Timberwolves. It is possible.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we saw it yesterday.
I think, I obviously picked the Knicks over the Hawks, so that one, was already a risk. Mm-hmm. So I could I could see a world. I honestly do believe the Knicks have been the better team in these two games.
Did you pick the Knicks or the Hawks?
I picked the Hawks.
Sorry, you said the Knicks.
And I think the Knicks have been a better team. But so I would maybe go back on that one. But I really do believe in the Nuggets here, mostly because Ant has not looked good.
I mean, he didn't put up at a greatly efficient night, but he still put up 30.
No, not like basketball wise, health wise. He has not looked healthy, and it just I don't believe that's going to get. I think that's just going to get worse as the series goes on, because the wear and tear is going to get you. You came in with the most rest you're going to get. You're not going to get more than that, and I think that's just going to compound. And it sucks. I hate to watch, a series be determined by an injury. But I really think that's going to kind of be how this series boils down.
I think this series is obviously every series, but I think this one in particular is going to be determined by whose role players and whose bench players are playing the best. And game 1, we saw obviously like Tim Hardaway. He's going to be 6th man of the year. We saw him step it up. We saw him step it up last night too, but obviously Jokic and Murray were not there last night. But Randall in game 1 was atrocious. Last night he stepped it up, hit some big threes. DiVincenzo hit a few threes down the stretch. And
that was a big, he hit the dagger.
Dante was I think it was plus 20.
Yeah.
And that game, awesome. And plus minus is a finicky stat.
I know what you mean.
But when it's backed up by eye test, it can feel real, and it was. They were better when he was on the floor.
In this series, I trust the Nuggets role players more, I would say, and so I think that's why they're going to come out on top. I think Julius Randle...
You trust Cam Johnson more?
I trust Cam Johnson to do what he's...
I do not trust Cam Johnson.
I think I trust Aaron Gordon to be the most consistent player of all the so-called role players on the court.
For sure.
And so I trust him. I trust Tim Hardaway this year, man. He has been a baller, and Julius Randle... his whole career, he has been an inconsistent playoff player.
No matter what, he's not going to have the same postseason that he did last year.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert.
Had a 62%.
Rudy Gobert is not going to play that well this series.
Yeah, that was the best Rudy game I might have ever seen. That was insane.
His first game was 17 and 10, which is a ridiculous Rudy stat line.
I think it's going to come back to Denver, tied 2 games apiece, but I do think in the end Denver will win this.
I don't see how Denver loses this. I mean, I think Minnesota in that fourth quarter, they head into the fourth quarter, Nuggets are up 3. They knew, dude, we can't go down 2-0.
They can't. No, they can't go down 2-0.
I think their role players, they dug in. McDaniels dug in. DiVincenzo dug in. Gobert really, really, really dug in.
But also now...
And they found the big moments.
They did find the big moments. I mean, Anthony Edwards, he credited Rudy Gobert. I mean, I still have so much... I still have so much I want to say about Rudy Gobert. But after what he did in 2020, I can never forgive him. But I still don't think that he is a great defender. I understand he won 4 DPOYs, but I still don't think that he is. Sorry,
what?
Sorry,
what?
3.
No, 4.
It was 4.
It was 4.
You don't think he's a good defender?
What? After what you watched last night, he locked out Jokic.
I really think that he did a fantastic job. I think he did a fantastic job at what he does, but I think that for the player that he is, I don't think really matters what he does defensively. Does not impact the winning. Besides from what stuff that he does last night,
he's
Jokic.
He's the best drop coverage player to ever play the game. He's incredible in drop coverage.
Yeah,
you've never seen him get cooked. In drop coverage.
Everyone gets cooked in
drop coverage.
He he's like the only dude that teams are like, yeah, you
He's
can
the only dude. I think not even Wemby can do what he did last night. He's
yeah.
the only dude.
who can guard Jokic one.
He can't do that.
Yeah.
He can't. Wemby
That's-
has,
that's
Wemby has the
that-
height. but
Jokic
Gobert
puts
has the
Wemby
size.
under the rim. Yeah, Wemby. I mean, Jokic like always backs
we
Wemby
saw
under
it
the rim.
the last
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Is Jokic cooked Wemby every single
Yeah.
game? Rudy is the only player in the league who can do that, and obviously he's not going to do it every night. But
Yeah, but
Wemby has the best rim
Yeah, but
presence in the league.
I-
but second is Gobert, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
yeah, but he is still not 4-time DPOY.
Man,
But
he
he
deserved
is.
those. He
He
deserved
deserved
those.
every
He
single one of
deserved
those. Like,
man.
and when he's on the floor, their defense is so much better than when he's off it.
He deserved
He's
that.
He
a
is
terrible offensive
I don't
player.
know.
awful.
I don't think besides like maybe the first one, I don't think that there was any candidate that didn't deserve it over him. I think that Rudy Gobert didn't.
every analytic literally ever made on the defensive
Yeah.
end of the
So
floor.
you think he should only be a one-time defensive
Yes,
player of the year? That is
yes.
ridiculous.
I
So
don't.
who was winning over him? Like you wanted more Marcus Smarts and like
no.
Drew Holiday?
No, no.
Marcus Smart didn't deserve it.
No,
Yeah,
no.
like-
If we're gonna talk about what
I
years
think,
that he
I think
wanted,
Draymond deserves another, but I don't think he's a better defender than Gobert.
Yeah, I could have seen Draymond have.
no, he is because you saw what his presence as a defender and as an initiator.
He's a different type of defender, though.
Rudy Gobert is not a defender that jumps out at you at the eye.
He's not going to guard you on the perimeter and lock you down, but
No,
he's
but-
going to stop you from scoring in the paint.
He is genuinely like the second most impactful defender on the floor still to this day,
He's so solid.
other than Wemby. Like
so solid.
his personal defensive rating plus his effect on team defense is so incredibly high.
Yeah.
Like and it's because the way he plays pick and roll defense is, drop coverage. Eventually, you're going to get cooked. Eventually, right? Because the offense in a pick and
players
roll
are
just
too good. They're too good,
inherently
yeah.
pick and rolls favor the offense, and the NBA is too good. But he's the best drop coverage, one of the best ever in history at drop coverage, and that is so important to a team because when you're limiting another team's pick and roll, I mean that's the bread and butter of the NBA.
Yeah.
So that's why he's one of the most impactful defenders to ever play the game. I mean, before Wemby, he was the best defender of our generation, and it wasn't close.
You know, it's hard for him to stop like the best
No.
guards like Kyrie and stuff.
I mean, you can
but like you said, when you switch on him, it's not much of a mismatch for the guard because he can cover you. He has a ginormous wingspan, and he can stay with you the entire time.
Best defender since KG until Wemby came along, and I mean that's just not. I mean, he just was that special on defense. He really was.
I'm pretty sure Ant, after this most recent win, in his interview, said something like, I just told Gobert to like go out there and get Jokic or something like that. He said he's basically said something along the lines of like when they give it to Jokic in the post against Wemby, against Gobert, they weren't gonna help.
All right, so I don't know why Google is so difficult to navigate just for DPOY voting, but
By the way, Rockets 12-0 run.
yes, 46-49. Let's go, bro.
And KD's going.
I think that 2018, absolutely, for sure. That's yours. Go ahead, keep it king. 2019, Giannis should have been the DPOY. 2021,
2021 was his best defensive year on record.
and 2021 might be an incredible defensive year for him, but Draymond Green should have been that DPOY. He should have been.
It was analytically, it was Gobert's best year defensively.
And
His on-off numbers were
It was also
absurd.
Draymond Green's people were saying that was better than his 2016 year.
Yeah, but the
His defense anchored them to almost to the playoffs.
Rudy Gobert's on-off numbers points. So
Well, the Jazz have the best defense in the league.
Basically, when Gobert was on, per 100 possessions, teams were scoring 12.1 less points per 100 possessions, which is a huge margin. The highest of his career, actually. And this year was the second highest of his career. And effective field goal percentage was down 6%.
But what could he have
That's
done?
a huge. That's a crazy gap of on-off for the whole season. Like that's ridiculous.
But is he able to adjust to to elite offenses like Giannis does.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Giannis even today is still the better defender.
No, Giannis didn't even play this year, so let's stop with Giannis as of right now.
Even when he was
I think
on the floor,
Giannis's
though, you
defense,
can-
like you think, I know what you're thinking. Like Giannis can move his feet better. He's faster. He can jump higher. In theory,
he does what
you're
Wemby
saying
does.
should
just not as
shorter.
tall.
What you should be right. But he doesn't have Gobert's feel for rim protection. He doesn't have Gobert's feel for.
I feel
help.
like
Gobert's one of the smartest
I feel like
defenders
as
to
one
ever
of
play
like
the
the like best offensive players in the league, like he knows what's a good decision
Gobert,
to make as an offensive player.
It's different, like,
Gobert has a
yeah,
different
it's-
feel. That's
Gobert
why.
to
That's why
navigate-
Wemby's so special because he has the tools of
To
a Giannis,
put-
but taller,
Yeah.
with the intangibles of Rudy.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes Wemby different than anything we've
And
ever
Ruby's
seen.
and
intangibles is that
Wemby's-
after he might get a block, he doesn't rebound the ball well. Like he
That- I mean,
can't-
that-
like that matters,
That's not
especially when you
intangibles.
get a
that's
defensive
not
stop. You have to retain possession.
That's
Yeah,
intangible.
And
But that's not
and
intangible.
intangible.
That's a tangible because he hasn't necessarily been athletic enough to do that.
Yeah.
And
You're
yes, that's-
7 feet. You should be athletic enough. You see it. He's not like a fat or skinny
No,
guy.
but
like
he
he's-
doesn't have. He's not quick enough to do
to,
that.
to
the way
block
that,
the shot, then turn
and
around
turn around and
grab the
get it.
ball.
And
Yeah.
that's why Giannis does have that.
But yes,
edge
and
over him.
Giannis looks like Giannis does that, which
But
looks,
his
makes him look
positioning
like
is
such
worse.
a better
But it's-
defender.
there's just so many
But
small
the way
things.
that, the way that Gobert deters a pick and roll is genuinely like it's hard to quantify how important it is to a team, and it's hard to see it
But
as a
is he?
fan.
But is he the one
the
that
analytics
that is
support it.
communicating those
Yes.
those
Yes.
reads?
Because he's
I
the-
would
the
argue,
guy
I would
in no man's
I would
land.
I would
Yes, he's the guy in
argue,
no man's
land.
I would argue that Anthony Edwards is like the guy leading him to these
what about in
defensive
Utah?
stops.
That
What about
is
in Utah?
wrong.
Wait,
The
what?
guy
He
guarding
was a
the
better
guard
defender in
on the
Utah.
pick and roll
And
is
the
just
center is
following
way
the
more
guard.
important.
The center is the one who's orchestrating the
pick
defensive
and roll.
interaction.
He's the middleman.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
but
It's like being a middle
It's the
linebacker
same
in
reason. It's the
football.
same reason Jakob Poeltl couldn't play against the Cavs because he couldn't defend a James
Yeah.
Harden pick and roll. It's the center's job is to stop the pick and roll. Yes, the guard has to hustle back.
The
and
guard-
try to
The guard has to
He's
hustle
just
back, but
running around
also the
and
guard
guarding
has
Harden is the
to.
one being put in the pick and roll.
No.
They want
What
to
I'm
pick
saying
it
is,
up.
I'm not
Rudy's
saying
the
that
one
it's
pulling it
always.
all out.
I'm not saying that it's always when they're initiating in a pick and roll. I'm talking about the communication that happens on the floor. The things that
but
Anthony Edwards
communication
is
isn't
saying,
necessarily what makes the
hey,
best defender.
Gobert, read this. I'm gonna go switch over here. You got him.
Well,
Like,
is just there's no evidence to corroborate.
there is
that at
evidence.
all.
You
That's not a-
constantly see
that's not a
Anthony
huge
Edwards
thing
is the one
necessarily
on the
in
floor.
basketball. I don't
leading-
know, dude.
Basketball-
Yes, it is.
basketball,
That
you
is
don't-
one of the tools that Draymond Green, your guy, uses all the time.
Yes,
He uses his
communication
voice.
is super important in
And
basketball,
Rudy is-
especially
and Rudy
defensively.
is not an effective communicator
He's
like Giannis.
he's
or
an
like
elite
Draymond Green.
defensive
How do we
communicator.
know this? We don't have
And-
hot mics.
Yeah, I think
We
he's-
see it. We see
We
it
don't
on the
have hot
floor
mics
happen.
on the court. We
We
can't
see
just
The
No, but
only
we can read
reason
the body
we know
language.
Draymond Green is an elite defensive communicator is because like every broadcast brings it up because he's
No,
so
no,
damn
no,
loud.
no, no.
Because
He's
he's
so
just
loud.
so
He-
damn
he's,
loud.
He's always pointing and he's
yeah.
always on the perimeter. Rudy doesn't
so-
come out to the perimeter. He stays down low.
But who's doing the pointing on the
Yeah,
Timberwolves?
but that's not his
Anthony
job.
Rudy
That's
does
not your
communicate.
job.
I think Rudy does
when you're
communicate on
getting
defense as
different-
well.
as the
You're
anchor,
not
as
calling it out.
as the anchor of the defense, you need to be calling out everything. Correct?
It's no.
Correct.
No.
No.
Because
How?
I think he
How?
calls out the things he's
because
supposed to.
everybody has an equal job to
If
communicate.
your job is the
Do you think
defensive,
Wemby tells Stephon Castle how to defend? No.
yes, he does.
No.
Yes, he does.
They all communicate, but communication in
As a-
basketball is a 5-person job. It is a
you're-
5-person job, and it doesn't matter if you're the anchor of the defense. You don't have any more responsibility to talk than you do if you are a wing. Marcus Smart, we saw it. They highlighted it. He is screaming, yelling all across the defense. His communication. He's not the anchor of the defense. He's one of the perimeter defenders. The anchor of the defense is the center.
Lakers?
It doesn't matter if they're good. DeAndre Ayton's the anchor of the defense. He's not a good
Yeah,
one.
the
But
anchor
your
is the
center-
center. The anchor is
They
the
don't-
center.
the-
Yeah,
they don't have a-
that is true.
The anchor of every defense is the
Is the center.
No,
Rim
that's
protection.
yes,
The anchor
that's
doesn't
complete
matter if
fallacy.
they're
It's
good
the
or bad.
center.
Is Jokic the anchor
Yes.
of the Nuggets?
Yes.
He's the defensive anchor.
Yes.
No, wait. Actually, I would argue it's Aaron Gordon,
What?
but
Yeah.
it can
It's
be a
Aaron
4 or
Gordon.
a
It
5.
can be a 4 or a
It's
5.
because
It can't
Draymond-
be- it
because
can't be a two
Draymond-
guard. It
yeah,
can't be a
because
two guard.
Draymond is
It
the anchor of the
can't
Warriors.
be a
What
guard.
was Michael
It has to
Jordan?
be a big.
Michael
Not-
Jordan
no,
was
he
the
was
anchor.
not the
He was the
Rodman.
anchor.
Dennis Rodman was the
Rodman.
He won Defensive Player of the Year.
Once.
Marcus Smart
Once.
wasn't. Marcus
Yeah.
Smart was
At
not
the same
anchor.
time of being the
But
MVP.
Marcus Smart
He had two different
Tony,
roles.
we are Tony. we are disagreeing right now on the definition of anchor.
Yeah.
You're talking anchor as what
best
makes
player.
the best player on defense.
Yeah.
What makes the
That
defense
is that is
special?
the definition.
No, that's not.
of
No,
anchor.
of your defense.
no, the anchor.
No.
Oh,
Just
no.
because just because they are the last position on the court
Yes,
does
that
not
makes
mean
you
that they are the anchor.
Yes, it does.
That does
That's
not.
what pulls your defense together.
Yes.
Holds them together. It's the position is called the defensive anchor.
That
not
is-
not the not.
Okay, and
you are the best
it's
defender.
Not, it's not the same, but in football, what is considered to be the anchor position?
I mean, if you were gonna
Middle
give me-
linebacker.
give me-
Yeah.
Middle linebacker. Even for
Even
a
if they're
team like the
trash.
Browns, if they have a star edge, the anchor of the defense is the middle
But we're comparing
linebacker.
we're comparing apples to oranges here. You're comparing
what the anchor
football.
means.
You're comparing football with a roster that has 50 players on it to a team that has 12. Like,
But no,
that-
we're talking
that is
about what an
completely
anchor
different.
is.
An anchor
An
isn't
An anchor
necessarily.
means the same thing in football as it does in basketball.
Man,
It is who holds the defense together. It is not the guy on the perimeter.
They can be. You can
It
be
is
the
the
best
guy
defender
down
on your
low.
team without being the anchor. That's two different roles.
you guys need to go to your GE classes, man. I'm telling you right now, it's center does not mean anchor.
Yes, but
it does not mean.
Yes,
does.
it does.
It
But
does
it's
not.
either a big is your anchor because the anchors.
It's
That's
not, bro.
it's what pulls your defense in.
It's not.
That's what an anchor
It's not.
does.
LeBron James on the 2013 Heat. He was.
No,
the
Chris
defensive
Bosh is the anchor. Absolutely, Chris Bosh is the anchor.
You don't believe that.
Yes, I do.
But even if
don't
LeBron
believe
was
that.
the
Chris
he's
Anderson.
down low,
You don't
LeBron
believe
is the
that.
best defender on that. Was the best defender on that team. Yes, not the anchor. The anchor is a position, not
We're
not
getting
the best.
We're
defender.
getting into semantics,
Yeah.
but
the center has to do the
Okay,
most role.
Okay, next,
I'm
next,
not.
next.
You're not
Okay,
going to
next.
convince me that center means anchor.
he's not
Like,
gonna
like
convince-
The
there's,
center
there's,
moves the most.
it's
Next.
you. It's okay. It's okay if you fail to understand what anchor.
No,
You fail to
you
understand.
can't
It's
tell
okay.
us that we fail to understand. There are three people who play basketball right now telling you you're wrong.
You guys have also not watched as much basketball, but we don't need to get into that. We don't need to get into that. What is the score? What is the score?
It's 54, 51 and a half.
51-54 a half.
Who is Kobe Cruz
So-
2533?
Is he talking about anchors?
He said terrible football analogy. Anchor is dumb concept. No chat interaction. Who cares?
Yo, who is
Who is that?
You know what?
Yo, I like it. I like
white
it.
shirts, Mike
Take
Johnson.
white
I
shirts,
agree.
Like,
Durant jerseys.
Yo, I
only
like this.
reasonable
Yo,
person
keep-
who cares who the
keep this coming.
You are
I
paying this
agree.
man.
I'm not paying.
This is
Who-
my
Tony's
God.
boy.
What's their
This
name?
is Tony's
Kobe
boy.
Cruz.
Sir,
Cruz?
you have no ball knowledge.
I
Who
think,
are you?
I think he might be screaming at you.
Yo,
man.
Kobe. Yo,
I mean, just
Kobe
because you guys
Cruz,
are the
yo.
three loudest voices
Kobe
in the room
Cruz.
doesn't mean you guys are right.
Kobe Cruz, are you
So-
paying attention?
man.
Type in chat if you're paying attention, bro. Type in chat if you're paying attention.
anchor is dumb concept.
Type in chat if
What
you're
does
paying
that
attention,
mean?
Kobe.
Like,
I think he
anchor is
means
dumb
that with the way that you guys were explaining it was.
But that's what an anchor.
Type in
is.
chat. Type in
I don't
chat.
think. I don't think
Okay.
that's. I don't think that's true though.
My football knowledge is literally what an anchor is.
Kobe Cruz. My phone number is 808-763
Do not give away your phone number.
9034. Call onto the show
Nobody
right
watches.
now.
Yeah, wait. okay, bro.
808-763-9034. 808-763-9034. Call onto the show.
Yo, is
gotta-
this,
you
is
gotta
this
call
your
into the show.
burner,
You
bro?
gotta switch your number, bro. You gotta switch your
No,
number.
I don't. People can call me.
are 7 people watching this right
Yeah,
now.
if you,
Oh, that's what's up.
Kobe Cruz, call
You
me,
guys
bro.
like their definition of anchor? Say yes or no in the chat.
I mean, our definition of
Yo,
anchor is
yo,
literally
Kobe
what it
Cruz,
is.
yo.
It is what it is.
Kobe
It's-
Cruz is
it's
on-
It's a
on the
definition.
mic.
Kobe, yo, our first guest on the show. Welcome. I want to say welcome.
Second,
Kobe.
actually, to
Second,
Ethan.
Kobe.
second. Ethan was first.
Yo, tell us a little about yourself. Tell us your name, where you're from, what grade you're in, if you're in college, before we start.
22-year-old college senior, Penn State University.
Penn State University.
Why are you
What
watching?
brought you
State.
to
Penn State.
Yo, what brought you to our podcast?
You know what's funny? I actually do have a friend that's from Penn State, but it's not.
On YouTube, I'm studying for a test. And yeah, you guys popped up, so I clicked on it. Heard some of the worst takes ever.
All right,
So Kobe, what is
Kobe,
what is a
Kobe,
what is an
give
anchor?
us your number one NBA take right now.
No. I just want to hear what he thought about the
All right,
anchor.
well, what do
yeah,
you
clause.
mean
what
anchor
what what is
That's
your
why he's
definition
on
of an
here.
anchor?
I agree with Durant jersey. The anchor should be your best defensive player. Because you should center the defense around your best defensive player.
But can you center your defense around a one guard?
Like, can you center your defense around a point guard?
You can center it around good perimeter defense.
Yeah, as a
but
whole,
that takes
but
two
it's
or
never
three
that's
defenders.
never one guy.
Okay.
So then that can't be the
That's
anchor.
not anchoring your defense if you can only have one.
I agree.
good
I agree
perimeter
that the anchor should be the best defender, and that's why center is the
But
most
you guys
important
wait. But
defensive
but to
position
be
in
fair,
basketball.
but to be fair for him, there's never been a point guard that has won.
well, Marcus Smart
defense.
or
Okay,
shooting guard.
and that's why all the centers win Defensive Player of the Years, and that's why.
Wait, I think we should let Kobe give a take.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
I'm just saying 4s and 5s are the number
on,
one
Kobe,
position
hold
to win Defensive Player of the Year because it is the most important position.
All right, Kobe. Thank you for coming on the show, first of all.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Like and subscribe. And also, bro, give us one NBA take.
Knicks going all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know, bro. Get out of here. Hang up.
Hey, you know what?
Get out.
We hung up on Kobe. He's done.
Is that
Hey,
Jake
He said
Mano's
Knicks
burner?
going all the way.
Hey, shout out Jake
my
Mano.
God.
Shout out Jake.
Shout out Jake Mano, Johnson Stilly,
Oh
all those
my
Knicks fans out
Yo,
there.
get-
He just lost
That is insane.
Yo, Penn State,
Okay,
y'all
but to
just
be fair,
lost.
You
aura,
also have the
bro.
Cavs going to the finals, so he might think that
That's more viable. I'm sorry, that's more viable than the Knicks,
They haven't made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
but it's more viable. If we're talking about the teams right now and their path, it's more viable than the Knicks.
But if we're talking about the past and history,
But why are we talking about the
it's-
past?
Why are we talking about the past when we're talking about the current?
Man,
Wait,
Cavs fans never want
wait.
to talk about the past when
What?
it's always about them. Man.
we have to
But
talk-
why-
wait,
they
we
won't
have to
bring it
talk
up,
about
but they
the
won't bring it up
current
for the
roster.
2016 ring. But they won't bring it up now.
Wait, we have to talk about the current roster. We can't consider last year's Eastern Conference Finals. It doesn't
Why not?
matter to right now.
Why not?
because it's a
Knicks
completely
have the
new
same
Cavs.
team.
It's a completely new Cavs roster. A Cavs roster that
Knicks
was
have the
that
same
was-
Wait, why are we talking about the
They-
Cavs again? All right, let's talk about the Knicks. Yo, Kobe, the Knicks suck. All right,
the Knicks
the Knicks suck.
The Knicks lost
Kobe-
last night because they couldn't buy a bucket in the stretch.
Kobe-
They didn't know what to do in clutch
Actually,
time.
Kobe-
Jalen
Jalen Brunson-
that bucket. Mikal Bridges did not. They didn't have a timeout. So
Jalen Brunson
Jalen Brunson
is
was like
5'10".
1 for 5.
But he
The
made that
finals.
important.
He can't
You
guard
can't. You
me.
can't have your. You can't have your
Couldn't
two
guard
best
me.
players. You
He
can't
puts
have
them in that position
the reason the Knicks
But then he
won't.
misses one of the
The
next
reason
best.
the Knicks can't be a true contender is you can't have your two best players be liabilities on defense. Both of them.
You have one of them on your own team.
Yeah, we have one. They have two.
Okay.
But also, the
That's
Knicks.
the difference.
The Knicks don't have Evan Mobley.
No, they don't.
They don't have Jalen Tyson. That's what.
I don't really care about Jalen Tyson right now. He's killing us. But no, I'm saying like you can't. Yes, we have one. Almost every team ever has one, right? But you can't have a big and a guard, both liabilities on defense, who both need to be on the floor in every important moment.
I mean,
I don't think that's I don't think that's a crazy thing to say at all.
it might not be crazy, but I'm
first
sure that there
perimeter
are
defender and
examples
your
in
center.
history where you are able to, whether or not that they won a championship. It's
the
more so about
closest
like were
thing-
they effective enough to get
The closest thing to it's the Nuggets, but Cat is a worse defender than Jokic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
Way worse.
and Jalen Brunson is worse than Jamal Murray.
It
They're
is
way worse.
They're
It is-
both awful defenders is the issue. It's
It's-
not like
it's hard to
they're
have-
normal liabilities.
I think
they're
yeah.
both
What
like
gives Murray
extreme
the nod
liabilities.
is his athleticism.
They're
It's
both
hard to
extreme
have
liabilities.
It's hard to have a championship winning defense when your number one perimeter defender, talking about position wise, and your center are your two worst defenders.
But that's why they're running the big lineup. They're running double big
But
because
they can't run that at the end of
They
the game.
can't.
But they
Yeah,
can't
they
run
can't
that
run
at the end
And
of the
guess
game.
what?
also- but
And
they-
guess
you
what?
can't-
Defense
you can't
killed
run
them.
that.
And
You
clutch
can't
time
run that the
defense
last
killed them.
5 minutes of the game.
And
Yeah.
that's when they
That's
can't
what.
get
That's when they
stops.
lost. And the crazy thing is, they have OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges.
I was gonna bring
Because they
that
have
up.
to.
elite defensive wings, and they are still
And Josh
bad
Hart.
at defense. And Josh
three
Hart.
great-
Three
They're
of the
not. Whoa,
best
whoa, whoa. You can't just say that
defensive
they're bad at defense.
are, though.
The Knicks are the Knicks are bad.
But that's
No, not
their
OG.
weakness.
Not
No,
OG.
they're-
No, they're great.
They're elite,
They're
but their
elite.
defense
Their
is still
team.
bad, and
Think
that's
about
what
it,
we're
because
saying.
you
No, their
have
defense in the
three-
fourth quarter is atrocious.
Because
because they can't put Mitchell
even
Robinson in the game.
Even when you have three elite defenders on the floor, if
Their
it's your
holes
if
are
it's,
so bad.
If it's
The holes are so bad.
like one of the worst I think the worst defensive point guard in the league. And one of the worst defensive centers in the league, if not the worst defensive center in the league, it's over.
Kobe
is he
says.
still in the
Kobe
chat?
says, "Do the guys in t-shirts always say the same things?" For the most part, yes.
Yeah.
For the most part, they always agree.
This,
Yeah.
all right, if you didn't know, this
they're
is my
best
lover
friends.
on the side,
Yeah.
Kobe. So, yeah.
Yo, is
We got each
Kobe
other back.
our first real fan that we don't know?
He might be.
Yeah.
Shout out Kobe,
we actually,
man.
we
You know-
actually do get people on the show, like besides our girlfriends.
Hey, but you know, Kobe, I disagree with you on the anchor. I disagree with you. I disagree with you that
you have a smart head on your
and I
shoulders.
disagree with you that Gobert is a better defender than Giannis, but you know, like I appreciate you, man.
Hold on, wait.
I appreciate
Kobe,
you.
I'm asking you
Kobe,
one thing.
tune into
Are
the
you-
show every
what-
week.
What
What did
grade?
he
What
say?
grade are you in?
He's
22.
He said he's
yeah. You got that, bro. You got that. Bro.
See, the Unks are just losing
Durant,
it.
he
The
said
Unks are
W
losing
Durant jersey.
The Unks are losing it.
No, you paid this man.
This
bro.
is the first. This is the first Tony
Is this
Glazer.
your boy?
The
Is
first
this
Tony
your boy?
Glazer.
No, my boy from Penn State is Nico Wells, and this is not this man.
Are we sure?
Yes, we are sure.
Are we
Kobe,
sure?
do you know Nico Wills?
I doubt it, bro. I doubt it.
Nico Wells is in the room with
Hey, congratulations on being the first Tony fan.
Yeah, genuinely
First
the
Tony fan.
the
Tony,
first
I got
Tony
multiple-
agreed.
None of us got
you
any.
should go to bed happy tonight.
You should meet
Bro.
Kobe in real life.
I should.
Yeah. This might be your potential best friend.
Yeah.
I'm so serious.
I mean.
Hey, you got a good vibe, Edward.
You know, Kobe. Like, let's.
Edward, you
Oh,
got
I
a great
got a good
vibe.
vibe.
You got a
He
great
said no, he don't know Nico Wills.
He does. No. It's fine. Hey, man, I'd share a Mr. Pibb with this guy. Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna like you anymore after you said
Nah,
Mr. Pibb.
nah, I'm
Said
just
you
kidding.
share Mr. Pibb with him. You just lost your best friend, bro.
Yeah, I know, but
No.
it's all good. Hey, man, good luck to your Knicks. I got them going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hey, but like
See,
Loki,
because he
you
didn't say
should
anything
probably
about the Knicks, so he knows they.
Loki, you should probably be doing your homework though. Like, real talk.
no,
Damn,
Loki, these guys-
he
these
said
guys
he said
need to do their
I'm
homework.
he said I'm good, Tony.
Loki, what time is it in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, you gotta either get
it's
it's
late, bro.
12.
Yo, you gotta lock. You
get that
gotta
homework
lock
done.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta lock in on study. He said he was trying to study for a
Kobe,
test.
genuinely, bro, I appreciate you from the bottom
Wait.
of my heart, bro. I appreciate
You know what's
for
very
being on the show.
It's very impressive. I'm sure we are on like the bottom of the YouTube for you.
algorithm.
You must have been trying to find something good, man. I mean,
He found a mythical algorithm poll.
Mythical poll.
Mythical
Yo,
algorithm.
Kobe,
Respect, Kobe.
send our podcast to your friends, bro. I want to see a bunch of
For real.
Penn State dudes.
yeah, I want. Can this blow up at Penn State?
Are you in a frat, bro? Send this in the group chat. Like, I want to see 60 Penn State.
He's gonna be like, "Are you a Fido,
in
bro?"
Are you in Fido, bro? Are you in Fido? I don't know if they have Fido at Penn State, but
They do.
We were on the front of the
Are
homepage.
you in
They do
Fido,
have a
bro?
chapter.
We can talk-
I
we
think.
can talk
I
about
think there's a
this.
chapter over there.
Front of the homepage. Let's go views from the
It's views from the
sideline.
sideline on the very left, and then it's Rockets Lakers right now.
Yes, it is.
He said no. Okay.
Before we go, I guess I'll read back whatever the chat is.
How were we on the?
Yo,
front of
what
the-
frat are you
Alex.
in?
It's just
What
Alex.
frat are you in? Wait, you guys, continue to talk about basketball.
No. We gotta end this. We gotta end this stream. But hey, thank you for everybody that's watched
He'll
so
send it to his
far.
frat.
He'll send it to
Um,
his frat. Wait, whatever frat you're in, bro, send it to them. I want to see y'all on the next stream.
All right, we got
There-
last
every
podcast.
Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
Yeah,
We got the last podcast of the year next
week.
Tuesday. Be
Yeah,
there.
we need everyone
Yeah.
tuned
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
We need the
next,
whole
next
frat.
Tuesday. Hey, next Tuesday,
Yeah.
all of us will be in suits. And we'll-
Okay, we
Okay.
can do that.
It won't-
Okay,
it won't just be
I don't
Edward.
have my suit, but I will dress nicely.
okay.
Yeah,
then.
I-
I think I have an extra one.
You have a blazer?
I have a.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hey,
Pull up in a
hey,
t-shirt. Hit the
Kobe,
photo.
Views family, thank you so
My
much.
mom sent my suit.
Thank you so
Good
much for
night,
tuning
Kobe.
in. We're signing
Say
out.
good night.
Yeah.
Peace,
Good night,
man.
Kobe.
Views from the
Guys,
sideline as always.
For the last episode
As always,
of the
man.
season.
You might want to rethink your